By the way, if your screen is small or anything, or you just want more information on your screen, just click the zoom in the top left of the sheet and then set it to 75 or something, or whatever you want. You can type in number as well. But yeah, everyone is assigned a number, either for melee or ranged or healers, and you have spots that you are roughly standing on. The spots are not like pixel perfect by any means. The most important that you are there in correlation to the people around you, and that you are not standing close enough to other people so that if you get hit by an AoE ability that you're going to chain it to a bunch of people. So there's also range indicators that you need to make sure that you have active. We can log on for buffs now if you're saving buffs, Tyrus.
I'm logging in.
Anyone can place feast? I'll give you a stack.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of fish.
Okay. Someone placed already. Just let me know if you keep placing. Just tell me and I'll replenish whatever you use.
Summon. I need a flask.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
In other words,
I already have prep.
In other words, he is not prepared with 3% crit plus flask.
Unlucky.
In other words.
That is actually just unlucky, I think, that you didn't.
But yeah, I'll just quickly say, since this is a new raid for some, but first phase, super easy. Gav is starting tanking, and we'll go to 4 impales. And then I'll taunt off you, and I'll go until the boss dies. And then at the end, I will bubble off my impales, and then healers just needs to keep an eye on Gav after he stopped tanking, because the bleed will still tick. The people spread out, like on the picture, with 8 yards between them. And then if you get an add on you, your only job is to move into melee, and the melee are then swapping to it or cleaving off it. You cannot cleave the boss into the add for some reason. It's just Blizzard cleave mechanics are really cool.
I heard that they fixed it.
They didn't on launch.
Only a few classes, like Feral Swipian did it, but nothing else really.
I could chain lightning off the little guy to the boss, but I don't know. I didn't check backwards.
But it's off the boss to the little guy you want, right?
Yeah, that's not what. That's the thing that you couldn't do for some classes at least. But just pay attention to that and make sure it dies. And then we get the worms. Gav is taking Acid Maw, the stationary worm, at the start of the phase, and I'm taking Red Scale, the movable worm. Same here. You need to stay spread, but now the spread is increased to 10 yards, so just spread out slightly more than you did before.
You have to spread.
Yeah, you have to spread, basically. And then you will be occasionally thrown a poison spit on you that will give you a debuff and will reduce your movement speed until you can't move. And the person that has the flame buff from the flame mob is bringing that debuff to you to cleanse your poison, basically. In the start, that will be me, because I'm tanking that boss. And then in the phase 2, they will swap around. And then the fire buff, debuff, will be thrown out into the raid. And the green is going to be on someone else. So you have to pay attention to that and cleanse them.
If you're ranged and you get the poison debuff, just move closer a bit so the tank doesn't have to move to like the middle of the room with the worm.
Yeah, and some immunities work, obviously, to cleanse it off. Bubble, ice block, whatever. And then Ice Hole, super easy phase. Tank and Spank. Just casters, make sure that you're more than 15 yards away from the boss, because he does like a stomp that knocks you. Melee can also outrange it if you hit from max melee range. But you can also just place yourself into the wall, so if you get knocked, you always get knocked into the wall. And same with the tank. And then every 30 seconds or so, he jumped into the middle, slams everyone back, and picks a target that he will charge into. That person needs to move away, and everyone in the path of that person also needs to move away. and you move just directly left or right, whichever you prefer. If you have movement abilities, you can use them, and it's and you should as well, just to be on the safe side. And paladins, if you want to be nice, you can bop casters on the knock so they can keep casting, but I will not assign that for any reason. There are also some raid cooldowns assigned in the sheet. Mainly it's for the AoEing part of the worms and the Arctic breath of the ice howl, and they will be called out during. Any questions?
Is there a Aura Mastery order for Konk on what's his name? Gormok?
Your mic is a bit low. I have you on 200%.
You don't need it if you don't stand less than or more than 15 yards away or something from the boss. You will not get interrupted.
Oh, okay.
What worm do you guys kill, or are you just clipping off?
We try to kill both at the same time. We don't run the
Right.
tactic where you kill one first and then in range. So you're encouraged to multi-dot to max your damage, and then melee you are assigned to a certain worm. So just pay attention to the picture, which worm you're supposed to be hitting in each of the phases.
If you can't reach both worms, don't move around to reach them. Just stay in your positions.
Very good question about the PS. It says 6 impale, but like, is it just a kind of like at the end you want me to use it, or you just really want me to use it at 6?
Basically when the boss is around 15%, just to make sure that we make it safe home without any
I feel like
text
if you do 4 in first and then 6, you might even get 6. But I guess
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know.
It's just a number put there, but it can be
Got it.
sooner. Okay, I'm gonna start talking to the guy then.
Need
And
mic
then
on
Gav.
warriors.
Yeah, that's Chassis, that's you.
Lewis, are you gonna call the cooldowns assigned to sheet, or should we just do it by ourselves?
I'm gonna try, but I cannot promise that I will remember all of them.
Alright.
And make sure Gav gets the trick in MD at the start, because he's starting tanking.
The only thing that can really wipe us is the worms. So just play safe there, man. It's an easy kill.
By safe, he means stay spread.
Correct.
Only thing that matters.
I also forgot to say, but we are lusting on the worms.
Mhm.
Melee cleave of the head. I'm gonna be taunting on next impale. Roost taunting in 3, 2, 1, now.
A bit more damage on the ads.
My device, I don't even hit them. I like it.
Your mic is low, Shazzy.
Hello?
You can just paint suppression me now. And I'll hold my wall. And clean up all the ads that land. We have 2 up right now.
Look at the sheet now for your position. And move.
You can lust.
Yep.
Check your range. There's acid spray. It's on Melee's. Watch the
I'm
frontal.
coming over to free Libby. Where are you? Oh, you got cleansed.
It's on the ranged. Watch the
Yeah, I'm
frontal.
coming after the Brett has happened.
I'm standing in the melee, Luz. People are moving.
Make sure to spread again. Don't be where the worms spawn. They can insta hit you.
Stay spread still.
Physical, can you innervate Jade XT?
I use it on Happy Jackie.
Make sure that you're spread now. This is the most dangerous phase.
I mean, people are standing on my spot. I can't really.
Don't be
People
stuck
that got
together.
the fire
Mace.
debuff, you need to spread away from each other.
You need
Yeah.
to rescue Gav, the tank.
Cleanse.
You need to free the
Orange.
tank.
Orange,
Run
go
into the
to
tank.
triangle.
Okay, nice. There's no more.
I picked up the ad. Beef, can you res Perry? Cypher, can you res Sever? And then Perry, res Prep.
Got the boss before he spews. Okay.
Make sure they get rebuffed as well. I will be tanking Icehold, so MD and Tricks on me. And melee, max melee range.
Okay.
And my D-Sag is still on cooldown.
It's fine. I will be sending on the Frostbreath. Never mind, I didn't have.
Yeah. I'll do the next one.
Watch where the boss is looking and then run away immediately.
You don't want to be on the list.
Fuckers!
He's gonna do a breath now.
Yeah, D-Sag is up. I'll do.
So I don't
one
get
last.
knocked if I'm max melee range.
Yes.
Gonna do a next jump in 10 seconds.
I'll buff Ryan. Oh,
We try to get Tyrus.
he blocked.
Watch where he looks and move away. Use speed if you have to. Let's kill off the boss here. Well done.
Nice.
It's not half bad loot.
And then make sure you check out the Jerax's sheet. Same thing there. You're assigned a number for either melee, ranged, or healer. There are some ranged that are on healer spot. So if you don't find yourself under the ranged assignments, just check the healer assignments. But basically, there's one caster camp per triangle of this star thingy. And you stand on the inner part of the triangle. And just keep some distance to the persons on the side of you.
Go to Summoner Stone.
I go DPS.
Yeah, you can go DPS. There's a one tank phase. Healers, you have one really important role here, and that is that he will throw out Incinerate Flesh, a debuff. It's the one with the icon in the top right of the picture on the assignment sheet. You need to top that person so until the debuff goes away. But obviously don't.
We have 3 Holy Paladins, 2 tank can take care of it, and the third one heals the boss. I mean tank.
Yes, that sounds fine. And then Disc, obviously, you are just shielding and keeping the raid happy.
Because the healing from Beacon doesn't go through if you heal the debuff. So
Okay.
tank in there.
Yep. And then melee, especially, I will be facing the boss towards the gate where the boss is spawned from. And that means that the first nether portal is always going to be towards the left side, where I'm marked now, moon. So when it spawns, you insta swap and kill it, and casters swap and kill it as well. And then any ad that it spawns get MD'd and tricked into me, and we cleave down. But we want to kill them fast. We don't want to keep them alive for a long time. And then the same thing with the infernal eruption. He spawns a small volcano, green volcano. That one is not set in stone where it spawns though. But basically locate it and insta swap on it and kill it, and then kill any ads that spawn out of it, the infernal. Those are also going to be the times where it's going to be more hectic with healing. One last thing is that he also gives a fire debuff on you. That you basically you drop the fire by moving. So you just, if you get that debuff, you just move straight out, don't place it next to anyone else, and do like an L drawing. So you go out and then just around. So just make sure that you also keep in range of healers so they can keep you healthy. And mages about the spell steal, that is FFA, but both of you should just be spamming it as soon as it's up. So we don't have the boss with many stacks. Any questions?
For melee, can I be like here, or do I have to be like quite close to the boss and have to worry about like chaining to the other melee?
The chain isn't something melee have to worry about.
Okay.
Best for you, monsters, is to be where it's the shortest way to run out with Legion Flames. That's the best place to be for you.
Yeah. So
Sure,
basically, you're running out either between R3 and H3 or H3 and R2.
Yeah, like this.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm summoning the boss then.
As DK, is it bad idea to army because of all the ads?
No, rather a good idea, I would say.
Okay. Is it better to do it?
Ads being on the army is much better than ads being on something else.
Okay. So it's fine to do it at the start, yeah.
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 Does anyone have correct timing?
Yeah, but it's 5 seconds after all this.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Nether portal is about to spawn. Get ready to swap on it. Swap on the portal.
Alco and KM.
Don't run blood, that's the wrong debuff? Okay.
No, I had heal debuff.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna run out, but you ran. I said don't run.
Can someone soft hero?
Yeah, do it. We got kicked. I'll just lay it.
Spell still the boss.
Get ready for the infernal eruption, the volcano. Spawning in 3 seconds. Kill the volcano, same spot as portal.
Kick.
Leave down this infernal. Spell steal.
Spell, yeah. Incinerate Flesh soon. It's on Shazi.
We are going to be killing this portal that he spawns. We are playing it safe. It's in 10 seconds.
You sure?
Yep. Call is made. Kill this portal. Everyone swap on it. Good job. Soulless.
Oj, oj, oj.
Oi, oi, oi.
So
Brother.
make sure that we remove any totems we have left in the middle, and everyone come over to the moon side, because the ads are going to be spawning on the opposite side. We don't want to aggro them when they jump down. I will talk and I will start the spawning, so we see what we're fighting and what we need to deal with. Obviously, the assignments, it's not 100% because we don't never know which classes we get until we get them. But there are some rough assignments. DKs, you are controlling as much as you can with gripping and chainsing. And after the hunter is dead, if we get a hunter, then you basically assist with kiting and gripping the warrior and the DK and other melee mobs. Casters, you're utilizing as much CC from your personal spellbook as possible. And then obviously kick as many heals as possible as well. Your most important spells to use are things that help other players out. So dispelling, purging, kicking, all of that should take prior over DPSing. Let's see what we get here.
Is this where I just go Seal of Command and just win?
Yeah, we have the hunter. So the hunter is going to be the first kill target. And then we also have the rogue. So those two are set in stone. We have the Ele Shaman. That can probably be the third kill target. Let me see. We have a Ret Paladin, Shadow Priest, Mage. Just throwing out some marks real quick.
It's a Holy Paladin.
Oh, I was looking at the warrior. Yeah, it's a Holy Paladin. You're right.
This, yeah, okay.
So yeah, our first kill target is Skull. Prep, you're gripping it at the start, just to bring it out of the bunch that are stacked together. And then once it disengages monsters, you're following up with another grip.
Okay.
So you can keep DPSing. It's going to be deterrencing at around 50 to 60%. So if you can throw your stun hammer on that chassis. But I don't expect you to get it every time.
On what? Sorry.
On the hunter, on 60%.
Yep.
Helps a little bit. And then after the hunter is dead, the next kill target is the rogue, the X mark. Until that happens, Gav, I want you to control the rogue as much as possible on the start. So you are gripping and chasing it and trying to keep it on you as much as possible. When the hunter dies, then monster, you get the assignment of controlling the DK.
Mhm.
And then what else do we have here? Yeah, monster, you get the DK, and then Preb, you get the warrior. Let's see. Freyan.
Am
You
I
can.
still? Sorry. Am I still trying to interrupt Paladin as well whilst kiting?
I mean, yes. It's with Strangulate if you have range. Freyan, just try and keep the Fell Hunter banished as much as possible. It's a very OP CC because it doesn't break on damage. And then you can also be responsible for fearing the priest as much as possible. Tyrus, you can keep a focus on the Holy Paladin, Villana, interrupt the heals, and try and sheep as much as possible. You should be having another healer. I guess it's the Shaman, right?
Shaman, Holy Paladin, Dispersed.
Yeah, Shaman. So Kaisman, you do the same thing with the Shaman. Try and interrupt the heals, and then sheep as much as possible. But basically, this is like imagine a PvP battle or whatever. CCing the healers are really important, and then making sure they don't get to CC us is really important. There's a few things that really hurts. One of them is the warrior Bladestorm. If he Bladestorms in the melee, you're running out from that mob. That mob should be marked with the square all the time. Another thing that is really hurtful is when the warlock does Hellfire. Also, same thing, but he can luckily be kicked. So if you see Hellfire, your immediate reaction should be to kick it. You can.
It is.
Okay. Do you have to disarm before it happens, or can you do it during?
No, you can do it during Bladestorm. Should work.
Okay. Yeah, then warriors especially look out for that.
Are you sure that you can do that? I feel like we tried that on PTR.
It doesn't do much damage anyway. At least it didn't yesterday when we did it. We just ignored it.
I mean, it did no damage on 10 man either.
Okay. Yeah. The rest, people that I haven't really named, or if you aren't in the sheet on a specific role and you still have CC and you want to be useful, then it's pretty much free for all with things like clone, AoE fear from the priests, stuff like that. I'm gonna do a ready check to go then.
One thing that will for sure kill you is that if you're a squishy and get targeted by the melees or the rogue or the melees basically, you will die if you stay in place. They will two-shot you basically. So just kite them around if they fixate on you.
Yeah, and paladins, try if you see a caster taking a lot of damage, you throw your bop out on them or hand of sack them, or if they're slowed, freedom them. I will be running into the start to take the initial hits from everything.
I can spam this spell. I mean, there's nothing pretty much to heal. Up to them.
Yes, prep.
Do you want me to grip the hunter straight into us here, or is there any, like?
Yeah, basically you like all the melee attack from this side, and as soon as you're in grip range, you just grip it out here.
Yep.
So you don't have to be in all that cluster effect over there. Pet is going. We're going. Pet is going.
Okay.
Prep.
Lust.
Fucking Swedish.
I got theist.
Purge the hunter, single target hunter. Bladestorm. It's gonna
He's frozen.
Hammer missed.
Purge hunter. Purge hunter.
Can we get the combat res on Tyrus?
Purge hunter. Make sure to kick anything you can.
What the fuck?
Use Warrior Fear if you haven't.
Yep.
He dispelled the warrior.
Go on X now. Kill X.
Thank you.
He vanished. What?
Keep calling kill targets. Can't really
We should
watch
not-
that, Mike.
We should
Oh,
have Maki.
there he is. Swap to X. Kill X. The rogue. Make sure to kick. Run if you get targeted by the melees. Purge the rogue. Make sure to kill totems, Lucio. Purge rogue. Make sure to kick the healers. This is going really slow.
Bladestorm is up. Watch out.
Blade Storm. It's in the middle of the raid. Watch it. Purge rogue. Kick the healers. Swap to a shaman now. He's diamond. Make sure to kick everything.
You can raid Zack as well, Jade. Just send it.
Purge. Purge. Okay, good. Go on Holy Paladin now. I'll mark him with Skull. Go on Skull.
And Nerf, you can raid Zack.
That's a beef clone if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, retard.
Bladestorm is up again.
Good Zack webs.
MD the bubble.
MD.
Swap to Nipple.
Nippon.
Nippon. Kill a Disc Priest. Square. Not square, circle.
Sorry for Pet. I had him on aggressive. I did Nexus earlier.
It's okay.
You
Well
can just
handled.
stack them together now. Just AoE.
Yeah, war DKs, you can start gripping things into the stack. Just don't grip the Shadow Priest because he AoE fears.
The DK and stuff as well.
Swap to Warlock now.
Yeah.
Just stack to middle and
Let's just finish them off now.
Need MD on the mage.
I'm fucking home. Okay, so
Okay. Can you? Yeah, perfect, Biff. Read my mind. And just grip the priest in now as well. Stack these two together. We'll just dispel if she fears. Good job. And then remove totems and come towards the entrance. because the twin Valkyries are spawning from the gate on the other side. We also can do a full rebuff now as well, because they have been purging a lot of our buffs. Can do another feast as well.
And by the way, be careful. Vikara says you're safe on vortexes, but you're not. So
Yeah, basically our strat is very simple. I'll talk and I'll summon the bosses. Just make sure we have no aggressive pets and we stay on this side. Once we have the portal and the bosses out, it's going to be easier to understand. But it's also in the picture. There are 3 people that has really important roles that are called soakers. Basically, you are protecting the rest of the raid from getting hit by balls of the opposite color of what the raid is. And the reason why I put you 3 guys on it is because you can do okay damage while moving, as well that you have a immunity cooldown if you get caught out in a bad vortex as well. So it's more important that you save the raid than get the extra pump in, basically. All the raid is starting dark, and when we pull, we're going to be tanking everything under the portal of which Lightbane is. So basically where Skull is right now. And Gav, you're also be going dark, and you're tanking Lightbane. I'm going to go light, and I'm going to tank Nightbane and protect the last side. And we're staying on that side until we get the special abilities. And based on the special abilities, we will either do something or do nothing. If we get the dark vortex, then we do nothing. We keep on pumping because we're safe. But everyone that is white, the soakers, need to be looked after at that point. And that's also the time where you use your personal cooldown to live. That's also when I will be walling. If we get the light shield on the Lightbane, then we also just stay, do nothing, continue as we were before, and we kill the shield. If we get the light vortex, then you're all going to be clicking the light next to you and swap color to the light, so you're safe for the light vortex. At the same time that happens, the assigned soakers is going to find a dark portal and going to swap as well and use personals to live that vortex after you swapped. The tanks never swap either color or target, but we just swap role depending on what we are protecting for. So if we are protecting against the white balls, I am the guy that helps out in the tank position, the soak 4 spot on the picture. And if the raid is white and we are protecting against dark balls, then it's your job, Gav, in the soak 4 position on the bottom picture. But basically, we are playing under the white until we have to swap color. And then after we have dealt with the mechanic that forced us to swap color, we are going to be moving slowly back towards this side, where I'm marked triangle right now, and we're going to mirror everything that we do. So we're still going to be stacked as a raid, but now we're all going to be white in this raid, and then we're going to be ready to press this dark portal if we have to deal with a mechanic. That's the short version, but it was kind of long, I guess.
But the dark shield, just swap and lost.
I don't know.
We can
Is
lost.
that super easy? Feels
We can
like
either
wheelchair.
we can either lost on pull or lost on first mechanic.
I think I like lusting pull more and playing the fight correctly.
Yeah, you don't really want to swap unless there's a vortex, right?
Yeah.
Because then you have to move again, which is bad.
Okay, but then we cannot lust and pull, and we can hold the lust until we get a what's it called? A dark shield.
Yeah.
And then we just lust and we kill through the dark shield without swapping color, and we just continue playing the same side. We can do that. makes so the raid has to move a lot less.
So just to clarify, it's me soaking position 1, it's Afric soaking position 2, it's Macam soaking position 3, and then the tanks which Luz discussed.
I think
Also,
Afric, you need to take light essence. I think you're dark right now.
also, if you're soaking, you're not attacking. You're attacking the different ad from all the other people, right? So
Yeah, I mean that
One-
goes without saying. Just make sure that you always attack the mob that is the opposite color of what your aura is. So in the start, you're all dark. That means that you're hitting light bane. If you have to swap color, you also swap target. Because you deal no damage or way less damage to the target that is the same color as you.
I marked blood. All the melees or everyone stack on him when we position the bosses.
That includes range.
Yes, everyone. That's about it. Let's give it a try.
Yes. What Monster said is important. You're all standing on one spot because then you all get all the benefits of the balls that is the same color as you reaching you. Don't run out and try and get extra. It will reach you eventually.
Right, so who's tanking Darkbane? Is it the Gov?
No, it's me.
Oh, it's you. Okay, I'm the you.
Mac. No, I don't know. Nothing. This is the pull timer to go. So we're not losting on the pull. We're holding.
Ah, shit. MD on lose. I fucked up, man.
It's okay. I wing some pull.
Okay.
Did you command here? No, you didn't, right, Liz?
Yeah.
You did.
I did. It's really good.
Go to your position, Soakers.
Stack now.
Stack on circle.
Stack on circle. Everyone stack on circle.
Like pixel stack. Come on top.
Getting first ability in 10. We
So
lost.
attack shadow, yeah, and attack
Lust
shadow.
and then attack the Dark Bane. We need to break this shield. Okay, we were a bit slow on that one.
We didn't stop though.
It was
I
too
mean,
late
I
call
called
for
to
the
do
swap.
it.
It's fine. We can still do this. What's the yeah, okay.
Throw out weight on the healers. Next ability in 5 seconds.
We're safe.
Okay.
Oh, we're
You
not.
need to go
Yeah,
light.
swap,
Everyone
swap,
go
swap,
light.
swap, swap,
Everyone
swap,
go
swap.
light. Click the portal next to you. And now we're going to the opposite side and we're standing next to that. Soakers, you swap color. And then Gav, you're soaking on the tank spot.
We're not swapping melees.
Soakers swap color. You're soaking black now.
It's called dark, okay?
Sander Darkman. The other guy.
Be careful, prep your dark, yeah.
Beef, can you wait happy?
Dark vortex. We should
Go dark. Click the dark portal fast.
There was orbs. I died to orbs. I'm monking in 3 to 1.
And then we're gonna go back and swap to the other side without clicking. We're moving to the other side in 3, 2, 1.
healers are dead.
And then we're soaking the opposite color. Yeah, just wipe it up. it's a bit annoying for me to call out what you're supposed to do because I have to call the opposite of what I would do because I'm the opposite color of the raid. Maybe I should have Gav start. I don't know.
But no, on the first shield it was not called anything, and then halfway through it was called
Yeah, I
like
thought we were
swap.
trying to stay.
And then no one swapped color, so we had no chance killing that shield.
Because we said we're not swapping the colors and we're just.
But I understand why if you're the opposite. That's so confusing.
No, it's basically just to reiterate. If one of them gets a shield, you're always swapping to that shield target, no matter what. But you're not
colors as well, right? Or...
No.
No.
The call was
Really?
not
Okay.
to swap color and then let's lost through it, so we
Yeah,
can
you break
play on
it
that
without
side.
swapping understood.
We didn't lost until halfway through the cast, though.
Yeah,
For some
because
reason.
I had to recalculate backwards.
Yeah, but
from
we
the
have.
opposite.
The gears are spinning in Luce's head.
Exactly.
I can just call the raid swaps.
But say we have done
Maybe-
the swap, we killed the vortex, and we're moving to the other side. Are you supposed to run and then click, or are you
No,
supposed
No.
to?
if you have the dark debuff, you stay at the white portal. So in case you can swap easily without running away, but you always you're
Disappearing.
Yeah, no. Basically, we take the dark in the beginning and go to the white, so it's easier for you to swap in case we need it without actually running back, taking the color and running back.
Is it only me that hears this, or?
Yeah, it was only you that came back and swapped the dark, and one more guy.
Okay,
Red.
because just new
It's-
tactic.
It's basically you just stay the color until you're called for it to swap, but the calls were late, so I guess.
Make sure you do full rebuff, eat the feast, and get new summer buff if you're using those. The food, summer food. Exactly, brooding. So basically, I'll just say it again. The only time the raid swaps color from dark at the start is if we get light vortex. If you get any other abilities, you stay without clicking the light portal next to you. And if we get a shield on any of the people, any of the targets, you always swap to it immediately. But especially if we get the shield on the Dark Bane, which is my mob, that is the point that we lost, and you also need to be hard swapping and nuking it down, because we are on a timer or they will heal like they did now. If we have gotten the light vortex and we swapped to light, then we're just doing the same thing, but on this dark side instead. So if you're playing on the dark side and you are white color, then the only time you swap color is if we get the what is that? Dark vortex. I think Soakers for the most part did a decent job. I think you understood what your job was.
What was that huge AoE after we didn't break the shield?
Not sure.
Probably one or two balls going through.
Yeah.
The balls going through deals a lot of damage.
But it was
But
entire
don't,
raid.
don't we wipe there because of the soaking there, though?
No. We just
We had to swap colors and
people
they were
died
still
to
not
that.
soaked, right?
So
Yeah.
for the soakers, if you look at the picture 2, when we go to the dark portal, it's a bit different positions for soakers 2 and 3. So just or for soaker 3 actually.
It's just you just shift yourself down basically. 2 shifts straight down in a line. 1 follow him straight down in a line, and then 3 still protect on the side towards the wall.
Yeah, make sure to mirror.
You can also in the beginning just put follow on blood so we're pixel stacked and it's easier. You're gonna lose some damage, but we're gonna gain more in overall. As follow has only one path.
We go again.
Yeah.
I mean, we were up to the soaking there, by the way. There's
No.
yeah.
Do
Yes.
die to not soaping color?
I think we died to the soakers not understanding that they also need to swap color and then soak the opposite bowl because we died on the opposite side. So if we
We rest them Taeru, and then it's fine. I die to orbs. Like, can you shut the fuck up? Actually,
just relax.
Fuck you.
Jesus.
Make sure you stack up again as well on the
Make sure you
circle.
clear. Weebs, you need a debuff.
Need misdirections.
Any stackers?
Stack on nipple.
Like on moon, correctly.
Yeah, it's moon now. Okay.
First special ability coming up in 10. We had a ball go through. Keep up soaking.
Swap target.
Lust and
Lust.
attack shadow. Don't swap color.
Stay stacked, you can attack it.
Good job. And
Very
then swap
good.
back and DPS light bane again.
What do you mean?
Keep soaking, soakers.
Betty has light. Be careful, yeah.
Next ability coming up in 10 again. Keep attacking the same target and then just kick when the shield is gone. Soakers,
What?
keep soaking.
Are we pre-moving after this?
No. Depends on which vortex we get. Next special ability in 10 again. We're gonna get one of the vortexes. Swap
Light
to
vortex.
light,
Swap.
swap
Hey,
to
hey,
light.
hey.
Soakers swap to dark. Swap to
And
dark
then
soakers.
move to the other side. Soakers swap.
No, you don't have to. You're gonna kill a boss.
Nerf Isak, nerf Isak, nerf Isak.
Headstones.
You need to soak this black ball from hitting now.
You should combat rest people probably.
Or not move.
Just don't let any black balls hit the raid and we live.
Keep
Keep
soakers
damage
alive.
up. Just keep killing. No swaps. Yeah, a bit. I tried to play it safe, but the right call was to just stay in DPS, like you said, Jesse. Good job, though.
That's some fucking incredibly bad loot, though. Not gonna lie.
I mean, this
You're
boss was
just
kind of
spoiled by
garbage.
the other runs.
The belt is pretty fucking good. The more times we do this, the more times people understand, so it's fun.
But this is a 3-tank fight. Gav is main tanking the boss, and then me and Blood are the other 2 tanks, and we're gonna be handling one ad side each. When we get down there, I'm gonna explain further.
first.
Let's look down.
Unlucky beef.
What are you doing, Reed?
Try and not do that.
Dude,
I know it's funny, but it's really not.
it was you, Mac. I saw it.
Me?
He's on a hunter.
Oh yeah, my bad actually.
So basically, where the boss is standing now is pretty much where we're gonna be tanking him. Just a little bit towards us on like the golden ring. And then you turn him around 180 degrees and keep the back towards the room. On the left side of him, we're gonna have one ice patch. And that is going to be gripped down by Prep and killed by Prep as well.
Can we kill this scarab?
Yeah, of course. You can
You
kill
do-
the
You don't
scarab.
want to attack it. I don't know.
The right, just stop.
It is shards, right? So let them.
Okay. Sure. The right ice ball is going to be gripped down by a monster and killed by monster. And then self, by some reason, if they don't have grip or anything, then you can help assist them gripping. But obviously not ideal since you're tanking.
He's being tanked where he is, did you say?
He's main tanked by Gav.
But where Anub is right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just slightly more towards the room and then turned 180 degrees. I can probably mark it with a flare. But basically where I flared out right now is gonna be his ass. Phase 1 is really simple. Tanks, pick up the ads from your sides, bring them into the ice. You don't want to bring them too close, but you want to keep them so close that the ads can be cleaved from the boss. And then everyone is just cleaving off the boss, killing the ads down slowly. We only need to make sure that we get the ads down before the next wave spawns. Every time Blood needs to move out, Chassis keep an eye out for him and then give him freedom if he's late or cold split. I will be freedoming myself.
Already sorted.
Basically, other than that, there's not too much to think about in phase 1. In phase 2, 10 seconds before phase 2 starts, then you're going to be kiting the boss north and to the left, so that when he burrows, that he burrows away from the ice patches, because our goal is to keep those ice patches from despawning the whole fight through. Then he's going to pick a random target that's going to get followed by the spikes. Your job at that point is to go south and then kite the spikes into an ice patch that is being brought down at the south side. Mac is killing down ice patches at the south side. Beef is killing down ice patches at the north side. We are also going to be bopping the person that is followed to extend the kite phase. And then Jade, you're going to be bopping the first person when the spikes are about to catch up to him. What you do when you get the bop is just stand still AFK next to the ice, and then you move into the ice when the bop is about 3 seconds from expiring. Next person that is kiting is going to be kiting north. Just keep always kiting on the outside of the room. We never want to try and kite the boss through the middle, because that's where people generally are standing. Also, it's a higher risk of despawning the ice that we got down in phase 1. If you get hit by the spikes at all, you are most likely going to be one shot. So it's a one shot ability. Webs is bopping the second kite target. Nerf the third if we get a third. And then the fourth one can be Chassis if we get a fourth one, but we shouldn't. And then we repeat those 2 phases until we hit phase 3, which is when the boss hits 30%. 30% is going to be draining the whole raid down. A life drain that deals more drain the higher HP you are. So our main goal is to try and keep the raid as low HP as possible. And we are self-sustaining as much as possible in the groups with AoE healing abilities. So basically that means that group 1 is self-sustained by Libby having healing stream down and getting procs of the healing aura from Perry. Group 2 is getting healed by Divine Storm and Cyphel's healing aura proc crit thingy, feral shit. Group 3 is getting healed by Makim's Vampiric Embrace. So make sure you're playing with that. Group 4 is getting healed by Winix Healing Stream, and Group 5 is getting healed by Dankrus Healing Stream. Other than that, the raid shouldn't be needing any healing whatsoever. It should be only the tanks and the people that gets targeted by Penetrating Cold. Every 20 seconds or something like that, he's gonna pick 5 random targets that get targeted by Penetrating Cold, which is a ticking frost debuff that need to be healed. So everyone that get targeted by the Penetrating Cold needs to be spammed by their assigned healer. Also, if you get targeted by Penetrating Cold in the last phase, this is also the point where you use your immunities to either clear it off or self-defensive to help out the healers and take less damage. And if tanks get it, this is when you wall. So let's talk about the Penetrating Cold and the healer's role. I linked in the Discord a weak aura that all healers need to have, and how to set it up. So I'm just making sure now that every healer has installed the Penetrating Cold weak aura. I'll link it again in the Discord channel for this particular raid. 1 second. If you haven't already installed it, install it already. And then you need to open weak auras by typing /WA. Search the weak aura by writing Pene, for example, in the search function in the top of the weak aura. And then you find the Fujistrace Penetrating Cold weak aura. Make sure that it's set to load on yourself, either by limiting the class or just have it load for every class. And then once you make sure of all those things, you need to go in the custom option tab in the weak aura. And then you're going to be clicking on the one number that is assigned to you, and only the one number that is assigned to you. And that is your job to heal. So Jade, you're number 1.
Yeah.
Webs is number 2. Nerf is number 3. Happy is number 4. And Envy is number 5. And if you have free globals, you're obviously allowed to help out other Penetrating Cold targets if you see them dropping. Paladins, make sure that you're playing without Holy Light Glyph, because we don't want the extra splash on the raid. It just complicates stuff, and it makes the last phase take longer. And then obviously make sure that you have beacons on the tanks that are tanking. Jade, if you keep your beacon on Gav, for example,
I already talked about it. I'm on EU, Nerf and Veeps.
Okay, you sorted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Another thing is, if you have multiple Penetrating Cold weak auras, they will overlap and all your frames will basically glow. Preferably, just download the one from that loose linked and unload the one you already have in a pack or something.
And then also, this goes for all the healers. If when you search for Penne and the search function in the weak auras, if you get more than one hit, more than the one that's called Fujistrace Penetrating Cold weak aura. For example, if you have Thames TOGC pack, just find the Penetrating Cold weak auras in that pack by expanding the group, and then either delete those weak aura or set them to never load. And if you're not sure about how to do this, just speak up and I can guide you through it.
Thames doesn't have any Penetrating Cold, so it shouldn't overlap.
He has glow for everything, but he hasn't the numbers. But yeah, phase 1 and 2 should be very simple. Phase 3 is where we either kill it or fuck up. Any questions, or are we ready to send it?
Do you want me to use wound poison just in case, or just?
Yes, if you have a weapon with wound poison in your bags, you can swap
I'll
to
just
that
use it
weapon.
instead of instant poison. I want shift.
Yep, that is perfect. One thing that I forgot to talk about is during the burrow phase, these small skittering scarabs are going to start re-emerging from the sides. If they manage to hit you, they will leave a debuff on you that ticks. This debuff is really dangerous to have going into the last phase. So when you're killing these people, they will focus someone. As long as they are not focusing you, you're safe to hit them. And range, you're obviously safe to hit them at all times, as long as you never let them catch up. They are slowable, stunnable, whateverable. And then if by some reason you get a debuff going into the last phase and the debuff is still up when the boss hits 30%, then you need to use a defensive cooldown until the debuff is out, or you need to drop the debuff by using a immunity to drop it. Only immunities can clear it. There's not that many classes that can.
It's possible to pre-AMS, but yeah, I guess it's...
I need another healthstone if you can, Frian.
If you get chased by spikes, don't use any immunities except the bobs. You will just make a noob swap targets with faster movement speed, and it will probably kill someone. Stuff like block, bubble, and faint, shit like that.
And also the... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
The boppers, make sure that you are in the right position as well, please. So you're not out of range or something.
I mean, we can just follow the guy.
No, I meant the healthstone, Frian. I need a healthstone.
Do whatever you have to, just don't be out of range. That's what I'm saying. We have a frost DK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Libby, you have nature.
Yeah, I was about to say that. In phase 3, Libby do nature. Also, I linked a macro to cancel all your stamina buffs. It's in the same channel as Luz's weaker link. When phase 3 starts, just click the macro and you will remove the HP buffs you have. Besides that, it's pretty simple. And let's kill it.
I have one question. Will I only ever need to grip down first orb on the right, and then I shouldn't need to anymore?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And that goes out to you, Monster, and you, Preb, in the start. That is your only job. Make sure that those orbs get gripped down and killed and are in good spots.
If you can't target them, go out of a noob range and look at them at an angle. And you probably can just target them like that. Make sure to grip and kill the sphere.
Do you want like half of it inside a noob, or do you want like completely out?
Basically, if you imagine him turning around, you want to be placing them at his two hind legs. But don't focus too much on it, because we are going to be adjusting either the boss or the ads tanks based on where they're placed. So the most important is getting them down, 2 different locations, and then killed.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do the check and let's pull.
Just need to make a macro.
I'm MDing right ads and Africa is MDing left ads. Also, Laura, you can trick the left ads too, or the right ones, depending.
And regarding Lust, we are saving Lust until the boss hits 25 to make that last phase just a tiny bit easier.
Yes, it's sorted nature. Also, Libby, don't use wolves last phase. Unless you have penetrating code.
One last thing, DKs, save armies for last phase. If we have either ads getting out of control or the tanks dying, then you can summon your army and they can tank the ads for a couple of seconds, maybe extending us long enough to kill the boss.
Can I do a timer?
Yeah, we can do a timer.
Who is on the boss? Sorry.
Gav.
Yeah.
Rip and kill. You
So
didn't
that's
kill the left
German,
one.
right?
These are fine. These are completely
this
fine.
is fine.
And also healers, last phase you should stand inside of a noob so you don't get a possible aggro and get raped.
I got 3 on me.
MD the wrong one.
Yeah.
Is your pan cold aura working, healers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill the right ads. Just look them down.
So Veeb's
The
1,
shadow strike.
Drew's 2, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna have
So
to
much
wall here.
damage.
Yeah, I'm walling. I'm scared.
Shouldn't the ads be like 2-2?
It should.
There's no ads coming.
Need to kill that ad.
My ad has to die.
Yeah. MD the left ads to blood.
In case you need Holy Wrath to lose, just go for it.
You need to go
Yeah,
out
yeah.
now. Go out with the boss.
The boss is too far back as well.
Move the boss now. Move the boss. Move the boss.
Raid has
No.
to move.
Watch for whoever gets targeted by the spikes, and you
Go
run
out
south.
the raid. Go out to the left and right side.
Okay.
Fuck.
Watch out for the patches.
Maybe I'll make it.
You have rocket boots,
No, I don't.
and then go all the way down. You're bopping yourself
Yeah.
before it reaches you.
No, I'm
It's here.
fucking retard.
Okay. Adapt.
Watch out who gets targeted next. You're still going south. I will bop you. Just need a bit closer.
Next is north.
Make sure Jade gets buffed. Oh, you can't be making
shit.
MLG plays.
You're so.
We're gonna be getting another kite here. Watch out. It's on nerf. Don't bring it through the
No.
middle.
Not that one.
Just bop him and
Yeah.
stay in place.
He should be having bop on himself.
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming up now. Can you res Tyrus Beef?
I already used.
Oh, okay. And he needs buffs now as well. New ads are out. Bring them back to the position we had for phase 1. Make sure these ads get proper cleaved.
Maximize your boss damage tree.
Focus a bit more on boss damage.
Yeah,
Ad
so
damage is fine.
if you have to move out the boss again, move him to the back and then to a wall, to a side of. It should be way
We
easier.
don't
to
have
dodge.
stairs to go again.
Yeah, we can't.
That's true actually. So push the boss, I guess. Full single target.
It's fine.
Rödlös or?
I'm mana tiding
No.
now. Priests, use mana hymns now, please.
Wow, we should be
have-
fine on. Just focus the boss here.
Yeah, we have 15 seconds or 5%.
Use the
Kick,
macro to
kick,
cancel
kick.
your stamina.
And the healing stream totems. Healing stream totems.
Cancel your stamina now. Healing stream.
Healer marks. Healer marks.
25% you lost.
Kill the penetrating code targets.
We need more damage on Blood's high target. It needs to die faster.
Healing stream, make sure it's down. There's ads.
Another paladin has to judge wisdom. Light on the boss. I'm using wisdom.
I'm
Like
dead.
that. Do we not have substance or something?
We have one warlock.
Just wipe it up.
Pen healing was fine at least. Good job.
Sorry about the left one first, but I thought he only had like 3k HP. I thought it was like easy to nuke him down.
I think it needs to be a bit closer to a noob because the cleave is like hitting one of them, but not the other. And there's always one that's like a little high.
It's That's blood side usually is the problem, right?
Yeah, there was always one
Yeah.
that was a lot higher
So
than the rest.
blood, just try and bring them slightly closer to Anup, so
Yeah.
they get the cleave. But yeah, this is the phase or the fight. So you've seen all the faces and all the mechanics. Now we just need to play them out correctly. There's a few things that I'm going to comment on. First of all, this was sorted after the initial one, but the MDs need to be on the correct tank. Maybe it was confusing in the start, but it
Yeah,
got sorted.
I didn't double check it.
Second thing is with the kiting of the spikes in the burrow phase, there's no reason to make any big plays or try to extend it or anything. Since we're only getting one burrow phase, we're going to be having plenty of ice patches in the north and south to clear and bring the boss into. So play it safe rather than sorry. Invi said that for the most part, the healing of the penetrating cold was fine. So nothing about that. Just make sure that, especially me and Blood, we are tanking, and Gav especially as well. When we are in the last phase, we're taking probably twice as much damage as we were in the previous phases because we're both getting the leech, and we're also getting wrecked by either the ads or the boss. So we're gonna be needing all the love we can.
Yeah, Paladins cannot stop casting. That's why I died.
Yep. You have to
So-
refresh beacon and everything before we phase, and you have to spam Holy Light till it's dead, pretty much.
Yeah. So even if your penetrating cold target is top, then you think like, here I can chill, save a cast or two. You still need to keep casting because your beacon is keeping the tanks alive.
I wrote that in the chat. I don't know if you didn't see it, Paladins, but yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
you made a point.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay attention to this, but we want to be using the innervate basically as we enter the last phase.
We are
So
tiding and double mana hemming. I fixed
Okay.
it there, so we should save the weight till.
Save the weight then.
Yeah.
But DPS druids, when the boss is around 15-10%, keep an eye out on the healers, and if you see them, one of them dropping kind of low on mana, below half mana or something, just throw your weight.
It's
worth
always
it.
gonna be the Paladins that will need.
Yeah, so when the burrow mechanic happens, you're gonna move the boss to the back and then to the left. And then he's gonna burrow, and the raid is gonna move away from the patches and the mobs. You're also gonna go to the left, so that when it targets you, it doesn't go over the patches, or you don't need to go in a big circle. You can just stay on the left, and everyone just dodges around you.
Was there a repair bot? Smasher was asked.
Anyone repair bot?
Yeah.
I don't have.
Like, did you sort empty?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a repair bot now. Everyone can just click it and get.
Yeah, that's the fight. Mistakes were made. They are fixed now. So let's put a boss and kill it.
I'll try and keep light on the boss as much as possible.
Yes, because I would like to use wisdom. I think we had Melly nearly die.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll just sack the wisdom next time. I think for this.
Passively cleave the ads. And then maximize DPS on the boss. If we need more add damage, it's gonna be called kick.
Add damage is more than fine now.
New ads in 10.
By the way, remember calling paints up if anyone needs.
Yeah, much better damage than the last pool as well.
Move out with the boss now. Move the
Move it
boss
more
now.
to the side.
Yeah, to the side. Everyone move to the left now. Move to the left. Move to the. Leave these ads. We can kill them later. Move to the left. Everyone. There's a patch in the back.
Yeah, coming to it.
Just kill the ads now. They're left
Make
alive.
sure
please.
the enraged scarabs get focused and stunned.
There's another patch next to this one.
Look at it, guys.
Rifle.
No, you can use the back one too.
Watch out on that.
Don't bring it. Oh, it's close.
Veeps popping.
Bob him.
I did already.
It is.
Nice. Move to the left now. Move to the left again. The raid. Move to the left.
Next one is kiting
Left
south
side. Left side.
using
left
the
side.
patch at the south.
It's unhappy.
Just gonna stay here, wait for the bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just both happy already. Webs. You don't have to run in if you. Yeah, just stay until he emerges. Don't have to go. in.
Yeah, there he is. The
Yeah,
boss is
pick up the boss. Clean up any scarabs that are left up.
So again, maximize your boss damage.
Might be a small issue for me here.
Should be fine. Refresh your totems.
Need a bit more
refresh.
ad damage on my ads. New ads in 5.
Priest hymns. Priest
Refresh your totems. Refresh your beacon.
and macro.
Yeah, use your stamina cancel macro.
Watch out, those you hit. You have penetrating as well.
Again, refresh beacons, refresh totems. We're gonna last at 25. Heal your targets, remember that.
Need a bit more damage on my ads again. New ads in 5. My ad needs to die.
I died.
We lost the bankroll.
Yeah, there's no MD on the right.
Do we have a rest?
Yeah, we do all 3.
Just use it.
Come on, look out for the bankroll, please. It was
Yeah.
good this time.
Heal your targets. There it is again. Heal your targets.
Who died?
Afric. No MD again. Holy Paladin just spam Holy Light.
You can just let the next ads burrow.
Yeah, we kill these and then the one after we burrow.
Focus on your call
Keep
now.
healing.
I
Keep
had to
healing.
help down there.
You guys can order.
Aim,
Yeah,
make
DK
sure
is army.
to have aim shot on both sides.
Kill the boss. Focus the boss and keep up aim shot on the boss.
Yes, I'll do it.
We can bring this out for burrow when the ads when the army is dead. Keep
Heal
killing
your
the boss.
target. Remember to heal your targets. Also,
You
heal
should
the
run
tank.
out now then. As a tank,
I've-
so you don't get clapped.
I have a Holy
Holy
Boss.
Paladins can Holy Wrath as well.
Yeah.
I holy wrath them. It's no problem.
Just kill the boss.
Blood diet care. I'm Holy Wrathing.
Yeah, it's dead.
I'm taunting the ads.
I got shit done.
Nice.
But yeah, decent for first week, of course. I didn't expect 50 out of 50.
I mean, it was a really good practice as well.
Exactly. I think that once we've done this in both runs, I think we will be starting having 50 out of 50 pretty fast if we have the same crew showing up and good players.
This bowl was really nice. And
Yeah, this was properly handled. And then also we have another TOGC You already made comp for that, right, Mac? There's no point in me making advertisements for it
On Tuesday or what?
on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's already made.
Yeah, but basically going forward, if we have enough interest, since these runs are pretty short, we're going to be aiming to having 2 runs on the Saturday if we have enough healers and tanks. Those are, as you know, very vital. And then 1 run on Tuesday. But this week is just 1 run on Saturday and 1 run Tuesday. And then the table is yours for the loot, Mac.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Solos first. Solos going now.